Morning all. I am back on the farm after having a few days away for half term with the family in Rome. Some of you saw the pictures I put up on Facebook and asked me have I done a video out there. Well, to be honest, I haven't. What I did do is just a few snapshots of video just showing a few bits and pieces, but I didn't take the camcorder with me. I decided not to do a funky farmer in Rome video, purely because, do you know what? I wanted to go away with the family and just do something that was for us and not about everyone else. Because, you know, when I stick this thing up, it changes how we react and what we do, really, because you're kind of worrying about filming stuff rather than you're actually worrying about seeing what you're really seeing. So I'm going to put on a few bits and pieces at the end of this video, but of just a bit of Rome, but nothing much. And also, probably not many of you are that really interested in seeing a holiday video, are you? Right, so anyway, I just thought I'd say where we're at now. Come back to reality. It was 20 degrees in Rome, and I come back here and it's flipping cold. It's been a load of rain. It's not that nice. So what we've decided to do is we're at the stage where the cattle are going to be in soon. And you know what it's like, you're trying to keep them out as long as you can to reduce the workload, but realistically they're not that keen at night to go out. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep them in at night now. They came in last night for the first night. So we've strawed these down, bit of a mess. I've got to scrape that out later. We haven't opened the silage clamp yet, and what we've got is that might wait till next week. I've got some round bales here to use up, and there's 4 there. So we fence this off for now, because that's going to take quite a lot of time to sort that, and also got to use those up. They want using. So what we've been doing is we sort of buffer feeding, because they're getting a fair amount of feed in the field. I've got a ring feeder there, ring feeder there. I'm going to put another ring feeder there. And then I think what the idea is that probably is over the weekend, probably just put rain bales out, and then I'll have that clamp open next week. Because, do you know what? Part of it is in my head. Part of it is when I open that clamp, it's like, here we go. You pull the ripcord for winter. Anyone who's got a dairy farm will know the graft that goes into winter with the cows in. I love summer because they're out and you can get on with stuff. But the problem is with the winter is that once they're in, that's it. They're full on, you know, inside. And then it's cleaning out all the time, bedding down, feeding. And I don't look forward to that, to be honest. I look forward to the spring when we let them out, but I don't look forward to this time of year when you know what's ahead. And I'm sure some of you feel that, not just from farming point of view, but you know, we've got a long winter ahead in the UK, haven't we? Right, I'm going to have a look at this. I just got to carry on doing a bit of jobs. My brother's coming out in a minute, so I think probably we'll catch up in a minute when I sorted a few things out and he's not around, because you know he doesn't like his video being on camera. Right, let's have a look. Still got a bit of special effects on the video, a bit more CGI, you know, whatever you think is going on here is definitely CGI. Good to get the yards cleaned out. Just a bit of scraping, taking it steady, look. No point in rushing. Right, we'll leave that to carry on. That's enough CGI in one film. Right, I'm leaving my CGI person behind doing some yard scraping in half term. Make of that what you will. And I'm off now to get a couple of round bales along. I'm going to get them ones out of the field that we baled, cool, blimey, over a month ago. They've been left in the field ever since. This will be the test for you guys who know about crow damage on bales. I've always said that I can leave bales out in the field and generally not had a problem, whereas some people have a real problem with the cows pecking at them. Cows pecking at them? No, the crows. So we're going to go have a look at that and see whether I've got any damage. I didn't really mean to leave them out this long. It is a bit ridiculous actually, because the grass has grown right up around them, but I just got waylaid by some things, you know, too much going on, TB testing, a few other things, including going away on holiday, my brother being away as well. So we had to try and sort stuff out. Anyway, in the meantime, here's the first bit of Rome. This is the boys queuing up and getting an ice cream. Okay, let's go out and have a look at that bale in a minute. Right, so that was we're gonna have a look at that bale in a minute, but that was a clip there of us getting some ice cream. A very famous store in Rome. Now the interesting thing about that, if you look at it, it was you saw the chocolate fountain in the back and everything. It was one I saw on TikTok. It was supposed to be like the best one in Rome, but actually, do you know what? I think it was style over content, because we went there. We actually didn't deliberately go there. We were going on the way to the Colosseum, and it was just there, and we thought, oh, we'd try it. But it all looked very funky, but the blooming ice creams are really expensive. And do you know what? I had better ice cream at a little tiny stall that was just like a one-man band thing, rather than that big funky place. I think this is the whole problem with life, isn't it? Sometimes it's better to go to other places that aren't so popular, because that one was just the hyped one. Look, I can just see a load of deer. I'm going to zoom right up. Where are they? I think, look, oh, it's just gone through the hedge. There they are. There were three. Is the other one around? No, I think it's gone. Oh, hang on, what's that there? There it is. I'm on maximum zoom here. You can just about look. It's like sticking his head up above the grass. But actually, I'm going to say about this grass, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I mowed this. Must have been beginning of October. So this has come back like flipping spring grass. Very frustrating, because I haven't got any way of getting some cattle here, because it's not fenced. There's no water here. I'm not going to mow it. But look, blooming loads of grass in here. I can't believe it. But almost, you know, I'd love to let some cattle out here, really. Anyway, never mind. Right, look at the bales here. Now, my mistake was leaving them here. It's killed the grass under. That will recover. My experience tells me that will recover. But look at this. So let's see what damage we've got on here. So there's a little tiny. There's some bird poo there. Some little. No damage. You see? Let's have a look at another one. This one looks like it's got a bit more marking on it. It's got poo on it anyway. Again, poo on it, no damage. No damage at all. None. Right. So, and I mean this very kindly, but everyone was going on before when I was leaving bales in it. Everyone was giving me some, well, not grief, but just saying, oh, you couldn't leave them in the field, they'll get damaged by crows. It doesn't happen here. So I have got no concept of crow damage on round bales. Yeah, I know some of you might comment below. Some of you have real issues with that, and that's really unfortunate, because these have been out here probably a month now, and as you can see, that I picked those two bales, just randomly walked in. I didn't deliberately pick those two. This is another one. Let's just looking at this one because it's a different colour. You want to see this bird poo on it? Absolutely no damage at all. No damage. That's blue poo, isn't it? That's having blue poo. And why it's blue? Well, I know. Do you know what that is? I bet you that's probably, you can see any on the hedge behind. They've probably either been eating blackberries or sloes. I bet that's what that blue poo is. I'm going to talk about the hedgerows another time, really, more when I'm doing hedge trimming. But if you can avoid hedge trimming now and wait till after Christmas, you'll do the birds a lot of service, because that, as you can see from that blue poo, they've eaten the berries in the hedgerows, and the hedgerows are really full of berries for the birds, and you want to really try and avoid doing too much hedge trimming if you can. Only if you can, because not everyone can. If you can avoid doing it before January, I know it's not the ideal time of year because it's the ground's wetter and you might make a few marks, but do you know what? I do half the farm every year like that, and I've been doing that for 20 years, and I can do it. You know, I see people go out hedge trimming in September and when they can, legally allowed to, and you think you're just decimating the food source for the birds, and if you don't need to do it then, don't. Well, at least maybe just think about leaving a bit till later in the year, you know? Anyway, look at this grass. Look at that. Look at that. I tell you, it just shows, I say this many times, weather is the biggest factor in farming, and this is because we've had lots of rain and lots of warm weather, and it's just kept going. It normally stops. I mean, if anything, the problem for me is the amount of rain we've had, because that's what's gonna mess me up for bringing the cows in. They're just starting to make a mess, really. I've got plenty of grass in the field. Probably got 10 days worth of grazing, and they're in at night now from today. How long I keep them out in the daytime? It's not because they don't want to go out in the daytime. It's because how much mess can you make? Right. Anyway, let's get going with this. I've got a few of these to take back. So I wasn't planning to take these from here one by one, but this is probably the easiest thing. I've only got to take 5 back, I think. I'm not worried about driving over the grass because I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm going to take this back, get a few more, put a few out later, and then the cows will be in tonight having round bales till we open the clamp next week. Right, I'll tell you what, in the meantime, here's a bit of us at the Colosseum. My CGI still working hard. Right, get back and get another bale. Alright, we're back in, get another bale. Driving over this lovely spring grass. I just can't believe it. It won't hurt. It just means that it'll be super long early next season. You know when we let's face it, I couldn't have baled it any later, I don't think, without getting some sort of quality problem. Oh, I messed that up. Will I be able to pick that up alright? Is that alright? I don't know whether I got that very well on there. I don't want that on the carb on it. I think that's okay. Yeah, that'll be alright. Not planning to run back fast. Yeah, I couldn't have mowed this any later for bales, because at the end of the day, what would have happened is I ended up with some real rubbish bales. And like I said, problem is we rent this field. It's the only field we rent, and you kind of like, well, we haven't fenced it because it's not our field, and at any time we could lose it. because it is in a situation where we don't really think we'll get it for much longer. So that's why we don't put any cattle here. There you go. These things are always a bit of a compromise, aren't they, when you rent the place? It's not yours. You can invest heavily in it and then lose it tomorrow. Right, let's get going back. Next bale. Next bale. Let's line this one up better. Okay. So that was the Colosseum footage you saw just now. An amazing building, over 2,000 years old, I think it is. Obviously used for gladiator fighting and stuff like that. And we went on a guided tour with that. That was fantastic. I have been to Rome. This is my 4th time to Rome. I actually proposed to my wife by the Trevi Fountain, which we'll see next, a little clip of the Trevi Fountain, not the proposal. The crowds there were incredible. The interesting thing is, I first went to Rome in about 1990, and here's a fascinating fact for you. In 1990, the population of the world was 5 billion. I looked this up because I thought it's really busy, busier than when I remember it when I first went. 5 billion in 1990. Now the population of the world is 8 billion. Can you see a problem here? And this is what I thought when I went there. Realistically, we've got more and more people on this planet. The world isn't getting any bigger. So realistically, a certain percentage of that population growth will have wealth and will want to go to places, and they're all going to go to the same places. They want to go to Rome the same as I wanted to go to Rome in 1990. So no wonder everywhere is getting more and more crowded. And this is my climate change thing. You know, we're trying to save the planet by recycling a bit of plastic and stuff. We need to sort out population growth, because that's going to be the biggest problem on this planet I can see, more than whether you're recycling your cans and bottles. Because how many more people can we fit on it? You know, by the time I'm 80, maybe the population might be blooming 12 billion. Because at the rate it's going, who knows? Anyway, that wasn't really, I wasn't meant to be really serious here. That was just a thought of when I was there. So we're going to go and see the Trevi Fountain now in a little video clip. These are all filmed on my phone, and maybe I filmed them horizontally because potentially for TikTok, Harry or me. So they're not filmed landscape, so they're a bit funny. I filmed this one we went there at 6 o'clock in the morning. We got up at 6 and we went there at 6:30 because I wanted to avoid all the crowds, because I realised how busy it was. And the thing about the Trevi Fountain is on a little square. There's not a lot of room for space. So if you go there at lunchtime, because I was in there peak season, you would struggle to get near the front. It would be pushing through. So we went there at 6:30 in the morning. Beautiful, really nice. The photos and video are a little bit dark because of that, but the reality is it was a much better experience. And early bird catches the worm. We went back for breakfast, and then we're going to see final video of the Colosseum later. I'll put that on in a bit, but we're just going to get back now with the bales. And here is the Trevi Fountain in all its glory. Look at this, it's Hazza. Hello, Hazza.
Right.
Fancy seeing you here. You been doing anything exciting? No, obviously not. Just been hanging around the farm here waiting for me, haven't you?
Yes.
Are you coming along with me now, are you?
Yes.
So I've just been doing a little chat about Rome while we were on the video. So how did you find Rome?
Very fun and very hot.
What, very hot? What was the best? Wasn't that hot, was it?
Well, it was hotter than here.
Hotter than here,
It was
yeah.
like 22 degrees on
What was
a
it
normal
was?
day.
What was the best bits about it?
I quite like the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And
What was the
kind
worst bit?
Probably that museum that we did on the last day that you picked out.
Oh, whoops.
That wasn't that fun.
Oh dear, so Dad messed up, really. I wanted a bit of culture, so we went to a museum and I picked probably the worst museum we could have. It was very boring actually, even for me. And we'd gone by loads of funky museums. In fact, the Museum of Modern Art was near where we stayed. And when we
didn't even go there?
No, we walked by it afterwards. It looked really good. And I thought, oh, because I didn't want to go to the zoo. Mum wanted to take you to the zoo.
We were going to go to the zoo,
well,
and then we ran out because
I said
spent
to Mum,
too much time at the place.
I said to Mum, you two go to the zoo with Mum and I'll go off around the old Fogey Museum.
Yeah, but Mum said we have to stick together.
Mum said she was worried we were going to get lost, I think, and miss the flight. Oh, I got a dirty lens, I'm just going to clean that. Pretty good hotel, nice location, really fun trip, wasn't
Went to a German restaurant.
Oh yeah, that was a cock-up as well, wasn't it?
Well, the food wasn't too bad.
Not too bad. Yours was alright, mine was bloody awful. So yeah, I did cock up a second time. I picked this German restaurant on the last night. Not really realising it was German until it was obvious the German flags were everywhere and they were selling steins of beer, and I had this pork knuckle thing that was like a bit of donkey really, with sauerkraut and really funny tasting potatoes. Anyway, that's life. But the rest of the time the food was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff, wasn't it? Pizza was the best really, wasn't it?
Mm.
So, where do you want to go next, Harry?
I don't know. Germany or Norway?
Germany or Norway, that's a good choice.
Norway because it would be like snowy. Germany because, I don't know.
Because you do German at school?
Yeah, I guess.
Right, let's dump this off and then we'll have a look later on when we put all the bales out and everything like that. Let's get back one more bale, I think it has.
Yeah.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
Mhm.
Look how wet and boggy it is out there though. That's not good, is it? Have you done all your homework?
Nearly.
Nearly. What have you got left to do?
Some art when I get back.
Art?
Yeah.
It's better than dance, isn't it? What have you got to do for your
dance homework.
What have you got to do for art homework?
Write 3 paragraphs.
About what?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Collage.
Oh, sounds exciting. I might give you some dance homework. Make you dance like Michael Jackson.
No.
Do you know who Michael Jackson is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Got the moves like Jagger. Do you know who Mick Jagger is?
Yes.
Who's Mick Jagger?
The singer.
From where? What's the band he's in?
I don't know the band.
The Rolling Stones.
I've heard of
An
them.
amazing band. No, right, we get going. We're on last pickup now. We turn this fan off. A bit noisy. Look at the grass out here, Harry. Can you see it?
Very long.
It's very long, isn't it? It's hard to believe it. But there's no damage on the bales from crows like some people get. I was explaining that earlier. Right. Let's get this one. Nice blue sky for a change. It was grey and horrible when we came back yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shock coming back to England, isn't it, after a holiday? So, what do you think of the food out there, by the way?
Very good, but you could easily get bored of it.
What, like breakfast?
Yeah.
Breakfast is a bit weird, ham and cheese, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Continental breakfast. We really wanted to fry up, didn't we? By day 4, you were like, I don't really want any more of this stuff, do you?
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? I do like Italian food, I love it, but I certainly got a little bit bored in the hotel of the continental breakfast. The ham and cheese, it's kind of a weird thing, ham and cheese for breakfast, isn't it? I think in my brain, I think ham and cheese is sort of lunchtime or evening. I don't ever think of ham and cheese breakfast. And their bacon, oh dear. Can't really call it bacon, it's like wafer thin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really weird, their bacon, wasn't it? Talking of bacon, there will be a video coming soon of us with our Funky Farm and Newhouse Farm Patrick and Boris bacon.
Talking of cheese, they also had mozzarella balls, which
They
was
did have
actually
mozzarella.
really nice.
Yeah, that was for breakfast as well. Would you have breakfast with mozzarella balls?
I did actually, they were quite nice.
What else stuff for breakfast is a bit weird out there?
Chopped up hot dogs.
Chopped up hot dogs, yeah. So sausages, they don't really do sausages in Italy, do they?
No.
Chopped up hot dogs, so hot dog sausages sliced into chunks like that for breakfast. With the scrambled egg was alright.
Yeah.
Fruit was nice. Lots of cake for breakfast as well, wasn't it?
Yes, like a load of tarts.
That's really weird. Cake for breakfast. Croissants like we normally get, but they did lots of like jam tart and there was an apple tart. It looked a bit dry.
Like
didn't have
chocolate
any.
cake as well.
Yeah.
Muffins and stuff.
I
mean, I can understand the muffins, but the cake I can't really understand.
No. You never get cake for breakfast in England.
No.
So it's cake for breakfast.
It's probably the same for them. Why would you have like a potato for breakfast, like a hash brown or something?
I think when they come to England, Italians, they must think, where's the flip? Well, I suppose they just choose a continental breakfast. But then a continental breakfast in England isn't like a continental breakfast in Italy, is it?
No, it won't have.
You wouldn't have ham and cheese, would it? No.
Or mozzarella balls.
Yeah. But the best thing I thought was eating out the pizza from the little shops that just sell slices of pizza.
Yeah.
So like we get fish and chip shops, they've got a pizza shops, and they're not selling you a whole pizza. They basically go in. Sorry, I'm explaining to you as if you don't know. Some of you will know this. You go in, and it's just a counter with big trays of pizza on it, and you just, well, I just pointed to the one I wanted, and they cut you a piece, and then they sell it by weight. And there was all these different sorts, wasn't there? What did you go for?
I went for ham and mozzarella sometimes.
Yeah. I had a sausage one, that was nice. And that was our lunch, wasn't it? We'd snack on.
Most days, yeah.
Yeah. And then we'd eat it in the evening and drink a litre of beer. They sell it in litre glasses. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That saves me getting 2 pints. Anyway, we're cutting to the last video now while we take this back. And that is of the... what's the big round thing we went with the hole in the ceiling called?
Pantheon.
Yes, that's the Pantheon. We went in there. It's 2,000 years old. I think it's the oldest building still complete, isn't it? Just say yes. We don't know. It's I think it's a church now, but originally it was built by the Romans.
What about the Vatican?
The Vatican?
Yeah.
What about? I'm going to video that.
Yeah, but is that older?
That's more. I think that's younger. I think that's more Renaissance. When's the Renaissance period?
I don't know.
Look it up. So that's more like Michelangelo and Raphael and stuff. There's a famous artist. Yeah, so this is the last video, Pantheon, filmed on my phone again. Really amazing structure in a little tiny courtyard. You walk around the corner and it's like, whoa, isn't it? Mm. So anyway, right.
It's a very nice ice cream shop next to it.
Very nice ice cream shop, very expensive ice cream shop because it's prime site. I still think the best ice cream is that little shop we had on the last night.
I think the second one.
Do you?
Yeah, next to the
But that was like €7 for an ice cream.
Yeah, but
it's like £6 or something.
It came with a macaron.
It came with a macaron. One more. Yeah, Ari actually says it all weird.
Salted caramel as well.
Yeah, if you want a macaron on ice cream.
Purple sprinkles.
I'll put a picture of that on at the end of the video, alright?
Do you even have a picture of that?
I did take a picture of you, I think, with that ice cream. I did, definitely.
Did you?
Yes, I did, and you, and Jack.
Oh, okay.
I got one, because it was such a good picture of macaron. Macaroon.
It came with the wafer as well.
Not a big fan of macaroons.
I love them.
Yeah. Right, let's go. We'll never get any work done. I've got stuff to do. I'm going to stay in my boiler suit. My shoulders are... I've had 2 new boiler suits in the last month. I think I might have to get another one. All my boiler suits, the thing is, last time I bought them all at the same time. And of course, they've all failed at the same time. The zip's gone on this one. That's quite often what I find with my boiler suits, is the zips fail before anything else. Because it is warm in here. I turned the fan on. Right, we're cracking on back. Let's go. Last bale. Crack on, Harry. These bales out. This is the one we brought along. Let's have a look at this quality. stalky because it was near the end of the season, but
Doesn't look too bad.
a bit unusual. A bit more coarse than all that net wrap, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't normally see it like that. Right, what do you think of the bale, Harry? Is it alright?
Yeah, looks good.
Right.
It should be good.
I'm just going to stick this out. Alright, that is there. The cows won't be in here till after milking, but I'm not putting the other two out yet, because what will happen is if I put them out in the ring feeders around the back of the parlour, when we get them in for milking, they'll just go on there and we'll have a hell of a job getting them in to the parlour, so these can go out later. I'll just cut in the top bit off and then I'll leave them here.
Yep.
That's it then, the cows are in for the night for this winter. Let's have a walk through. They've been milked now. I'm going to look through to see how they're doing. Hello. Well, they've got enough ring feeder space, that's the main thing, because they're not all crowded around it. Look, there's space there. Hello girls, alright? So they're settled in. Alright. It's gone cold. So they're in. They've already made a mess. Look at that CGI person that filmed that scraped that out. It's already going to need doing again tomorrow. Look, they're happy enough in here. So they're happy enough in here. Really, they're waiting for that to be open. That clamp. That's gonna have to wait till Monday. I didn't have time today. So we're gonna be feeding them round bales till Monday. Not ideal, but they're getting enough grass outside in the fields. Because there's still. So honestly, you saw that grass in that field. How it's grown. I can't believe it. It's the weather that's going to mean they're coming in, not the lack of grazing. So they're happy enough on that. But this is the start of my winter now, and the real start of the winter was when they'll be in day and night, which is kind of like, oh, you know. And what's quite funny is that holiday we had in Rome, that will be my last day off for probably 6 months in the week, because once the cows come in, I don't take any days off apart from a Saturday or Sunday and the weekend. So I work through the whole of winter without a real break, because it's just, for me and my brother running this farm, we can't really take time out. So I sort of had to bang that holiday in quick before before the cows came in, really. So I've never had a winter holiday or a skiing holiday or anything like that, which is it's all right. I tell you what though, if I ever retire, I'm flipping going on holiday in January every year, because I hate January. You might know that from my videos. January for me is the worst month of the year, because this feels like there's still quite a lot of winter in front of you, but it's just a dark, damp month, isn't it? I think everyone hates January, really, don't they? But we have something to look forward to. We have Make It Meat Monday coming back in January, and there is going to be there's a special Make It Meat Monday I've got planned, which is absolutely bonkers. You'll have to stay tuned to January for that, because it is a bit mental. I've decided to do something really, really stupid, well, you'll have to decide what that is. What are you doing? What's the matter with you? She ain't happy being in here, is she? All right. What? What's up with you? You were trying to jump out then, weren't you? Look. Big calf out going to market tomorrow. Oi, do you mind? Don't know what's going on there. I'll have to check her later. She should be all right in here. But she doesn't seem to be very happy. I think what it is, she doesn't like being in there with just her calf, which is really unusual. What are you? If she's a real problem, I'll have to move her out of there later. I don't want an issue with a cow going a bit loopy. Anyway, what was I saying? Making Me Monday, yeah, that's back, baby. So although I'm not looking forward to January, I have got something crazy to look forward to. And I tell you what, the one thing about doing YouTube stuff, everything, is that it makes you do stuff that you wouldn't do otherwise. It's like Make It Meat Monday. Would I sit at home without a camcorder and do Make It Meat Mondays for my family? No, I wouldn't. You know? And all the other silly stuff that me and Farmer P do and things, you know, without the power of YouTube, let's call it the power of YouTube, although that sounds a bit stupid, isn't it? The power of YouTube, without having the YouTube presence and stuff, we wouldn't have gone to Ireland. You know, well, that's not necessarily true. We might have gone for a trip, but we wouldn't have done all these different things together. And we might have gone to Ireland, maybe, but we wouldn't have ended up getting around the Abbey factory, I wouldn't have thought. They would have just gone to an LAU. And also meeting up with Adrian from My Farm, We Farm. You know, open a whole door, going to see another Irish farmer like that. It's lovely. He was saying like, "Cavan for Sam," although it's Cavin, isn't it? Cavin for Sam. He sent me that shirt, or gave me that shirt. Anyway, mental. Right, let's get going. I've got to go and bag some bacon up. That's coming up in another video. I got a stack of bacon. I've got a hell of a crop of bacon. I've got a load of bacon that we're just bagging up now. I got from the butcher's today. So we're going to be having that. Farmer P's coming around for breakfast. And we've got our home-produced sausages, home-produced bacon, black pudding from Mike Perry. What else do I need to get? Actually, I haven't got a shopping list of what I need for my breakfast. I asked him to bring some eggs from his brother, because his brother's got some chickens that produce ones, I think, green egg shells and stuff. So that'll be coming up on a video soon. Anyway, I'm cracking on. It's cold out here. I'm getting back inside. I'm glad I kept the cows in now, because it did chuck it down this afternoon, and it is just getting so wet out there. You certainly don't want to be out at night time trying to sit down on a bit of mud. And it's only in the daytime. They're only out for about 6 hours. Right. Cracking on with the eggs and bacon soon. Stay tuned for that one after this one. Cheers.